What's going on YouTube? Today I have a game of Fall Guys for you to enjoy. For those that are curious, I'm actually not in Mom's basement today. I am in the kitchen. So there. I'm also going to do another episode of Ripley's Believe It or Not. It has been quite a while since I did one last, and I know you guys have been enjoying them, so without further ado, let's dive right in. The theme for this episode will be random fun facts, which is usually what Ripley's Believe It or Not is all about. Sand dunes can actually sing. The natural phenomenon can last several minutes and reach 115 decibels. It has been heard at some 35 deserts worldwide, and in 2006, scientists found the explanation. Collisions between the grains of sand cause the movement of the grains to become synchronized. The outer layer of the dune then resonates like a loudspeaker cone. The note produced, depending on the size of the grain, and the most beautiful sounds are said to be in Oman on the southeast coast of the Arabian Peninsula. This is pretty cool, something to add to the bucket list for sure if crossing deserts is your thing. You can only get to Juneau, the state capital of Alaska, by water or air. There are no roads leading to the city from anywhere. A single spoonful of material from a neutron star, the burned out and shrunken remnants of a once functioning star, weighs 1 billion tons. You gotta love outer space, and this is crazy to think about. Churches in Malta, which is a country in Europe, have 2 clocks showing different times. This is to confuse the devil about the time of the next service, and this must also confuse the churchgoers at the time of the next service too. I bet service is pretty empty at times. Despite the number of rat-infested slums in the city, only around 300 New Yorkers are bitten by rats in an average year. However, some 1,500 citizens are bitten annually by fellow New Yorkers. Look what you've done, Mike Tyson. This stuff would never happen in Canada. People are way too nice. A Polish man has a new tongue made using tissue taken from his buttocks. After 23-year-old Jaroslav Ernst from Glilweiss had his old cancerous tongue removed, doctors collected skin, fat, and nerve tissue from his buttocks and modeled that into a new tongue, which they then sewed to his mouth. Science is great, isn't it? Who would have thought, though? He definitely has an excuse for crap talking out of his mouth now. George Adriam of Indianapolis, Indiana, once picked 30,000 apples in one 8-hour day. That's about 1,000 pounds every hour. Just crazy. A 79-year-old woman was arrested in Chicago, Illinois in 2006 after she tried to hold up a bank at gunpoint, brandishing a toy gun and demanding $30,000 cash. She told the cashier she was not able to speak very loudly because she had just been to the dentist. A woman from Miami Gardens, Florida, had been searching for her 1-year-old Siamese cat for 2 days in 2005 when her son discovered a bulging python slithering in the family's backyard. An X-ray of the snake showed it had indeed eaten the cat. You hate to see it, but there's no way I would be X-raying the snake. I don't know about you guys, but I'm staying far away. You hate to hear this one. 1 in 3 dog owners in South Korea enjoys Bashintang soup, which is made from dog meat. It is said to aid stamina and fertility. Poor puppies. Following a malfunction at a nearby distillery in June 2006, Bracholinsky Lake in Poland was reported to have concentrations of vodka as high as 30%. Maybe they're onto something here. Remember Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? Why not have an alcohol lake instead of a chocolate lake? Why has no one thought of this? Peggy, the cart horse, regularly joins her owner, Peter Dolan, for a pint of beer and pickled onion potato chips at the Alexandra Hotel in Jarrow, England. She used to be tied up with a long rope outside the pub, but one day followed her owner into the bar and stayed for a drink. A horse walks into a bar and the bartender says, "Why the long face?" A 61-year-old Mesa, Arizona man was shot in the face while sleeping. He didn't realize what had happened until 3 days later when the bullet showed up in an x-ray. Talk about a heavy sleeper. How does getting shot in the head not faze you? Two thieves from Cincinnati, Ohio might have got away with stealing a flat screen TV measuring 55 inches wide from a store in Middletown, Ohio, if only they had brought a bigger getaway car. Instead, they made their escape in a tiny Mercury Sable, with the TV hanging out the open rear door, and were quickly spotted by police. If there was a Darwin Award for stealing, this takes the cake. A street parking attendant in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, was charged in 2006 with sawing a woman in two over a parking dispute. Police said the man murdered the 51-year-old businesswoman following an argument after she had parked her car in a prohibited spot. What the hell? I thought this was going to be a magic trick or something, but someone literally cut someone in half over a parking dispute. What is wrong with people? I know I'm going to think twice about where I park from now on. To demonstrate his love for his girlfriend, Hans Pasek made a huge heart out of 220 burning candles on the floor of his apartment in Australia. What could possibly go wrong? While he was picking her up, the apartment caught fire and she had to move back in with her parents. He lost his living space and the girl. Press F to pay respects. A major road in California had to be temporarily closed in 2006 after a truck carrying 10 tons of cat litter overturned and spilled its load. It took 4 hours to clean up the mess, spread across 2 lanes on the Golden State Freeway in Sun Valley. Believing that posing for photos is sinful, Canada's small Hutterite religious community won a court ruling in May 2006 to acquire driver's licenses without identity pictures. I hope they never have to get into a casino. It might be kinda tough. I tried the other day and they told me to spell my middle name for gosh sakes. Imagine presenting a photoless ID. They're hooped, but I guess they'd have no reason for going to the casino anyways, so they're probably safe.